Hey guys, welcome back. I've just changed my appearance a little bit, changed the looks a little bit, and I don't know if I like that purple or not, honestly. But anyway, I picked the next mission, and I'm just going to go down here and meet Sebastian. That's the next story mission. We're going to wait for him.
Over here.
Yeah, I know. I've been waiting for you.
Sebastian, it's been a while. It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way.
Undercroft.
There's a secret passage just here.
Get him away. I like how I knew how to do that.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt.
Revelio.
He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this...
Hold on. I need to delete some stuff, buddy. Hold on. Give me a second. They're all worth 60, so it's just... Guess just let me...
He never confided.
Revelio.
He's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
Okay.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology? I've noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Understood. But why
Yeah,
does
I just
Ominous
stole
have
some
no
stuff
love
from-
lost for his family?
His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominous cannot abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
It
That sounds
sounds
dangerous.
like a dangerous spell.
Remember, I'm supposed to be a
sound
good
like
person.
Ominous. He frowns upon using forbidden spells. Although he did enjoy learning this one. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic. But you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here. It may take a while to get the feel for it.
No, just a
Mimic
second.
my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
It'll just take me a second. I just have to do these keys right here. Yeah, see, that wasn't hard. If I pull my mouse in the right direction.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out?
Sure.
Stick to the targets, though. Best to keep the under...
Which one was Confringo? That one. Ooh, that sounds good. What's between that and the fire one? Okay. Well, let's put that one right there.
Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a confringo...
Confringo!
Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
You'll get used to it.
That's it! I think I've got it.
I think I can blast this stuff all to pieces the next time I do this. Nope.
Confringo!
Well done.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
I like that one.
The first time Ominous and I practiced confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. So this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous
I
about
probably went
every
the dark
one.
route just now. I
Haven't
probably
been
shouldn't
here
have
in
done that.
some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. Might it have something to do with Victor Rookwood? He didn't mistake you for someone else at all in Hogsmeade, did he?
Nothing gets past you. I'll tell you what I can. Rookwood and Ranrock are trying to recover something they think I took from a vault in Gringotts.
Gringotts? When were you there?
Professor Fig and I wound up there after the dragon attack. There was this port key that...
A port key? To Gringotts?
Well, it's all a bit convoluted.
I'm listening.
I'll tell
You
him.
must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of this secret undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Okay.
Accio! Confringo! Revelio!
Yeah, I think I got everything out of here. Okay. Felt like I was putting jet. Look, somebody's waiting for me. Is that gonna be him?
Hello, Sebastian.
Oh.
Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe you have potions together. And herbology?
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions class. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
Sebastian.
Actually, Sebastian brought me there, but he made it perfectly clear to keep quiet about it.
That rat! You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster, and I'm not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
Yeah, no need for
You
threats.
needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your Undercroft.
Why should I trust you? You just betrayed Sebastian.
Please. I was trying to defend him. He was clear that this was a secret place and I was to tell no one. He's a good friend.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Can I go back in there? Nope. Okay, next. Journal. I need to go purchase a broom. I guess I can do that.
Any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
There we go. I love that.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time.
Oh, I
Once
already had
you've
that.
completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after.
Revelio.
I'm gonna steal your stuff, buddy. Sorry. It's required. I'm hoping I can. Hoping you'll buy some stuff too.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spintwitches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare yew-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
You said disrupted trade routes caused you to close Spintwitches?
Terrible it's been. Trade routes reported as unusable. Evidently criminals were overtaking roads, threatening hamlets. I can fly safely almost anywhere, but you try flying with an inventory of brooms on your back. No easy feat. Right then, back to work. If a particular broom takes your fancy, just let me know.
Do you mind sharing more about your brooms?
I've a passion for them. Every detail of every model. Take Wind Wisps, well known for their quality ash handles. Yew weavers are rare because some fear flying them, likely to do with the yew wand's darker reputation. Then you have the Ember Dash, known for its handsome appearance. Working with brooms every day makes me practically giddy. It's one of many reasons I cherish running this shop.
Yeah.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
What are we looking for today?
I need to sell, so sell this.
Nice doing business with you.
Probably should have sold that legendary hat I just sold. Didn't realize it was higher. Probably needed a higher level to use it. And I just destroyed it. Oh well. These are some crappy looking brooms.
ourselves to do it.
That item is of the highest quality.
I don't like that thing on the back. It's kind of ugly. That's interesting.
That item is of the highest quality.
That one's cool. I like that one. Are they all the same? I like that one.
You'll be
Timber
thrilled
dash.
with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
Sounds as if you took Kagawa's class.
I did, but my focus on the technical elements of brooms rather than the art of flying drove her mad. She thinks it fitting I run Spintwitches now. I don't reckon either of us ever pictured me batting away bludgers for the Cannons or Puddlemere United. And I find a certain satisfaction in winning over the naysayers who think I may be too young to run this shop. With your help, I can continue proving myself the...
Sure.
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade or... The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Ray.
She'll sort me out,
Once
will
you've
she?
beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
It's the potion shop. Spell
Just
you.
let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for. Let's look at what we have, shall we?
I think I want that one.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Let's pick a beast. There's a cat somewhere around me. That's what I want. About the better one of the two.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there? Let me know if there's anything else I
Just
can
cat.
do to help.
No cat. Their fur looks awful. It looks like it's painted on a hairless cat's body.
Revelio.
Okay. What's this place? I've been in here, I just don't remember it. Yeah, I think it's cool that they have these things, but doesn't really do anything for you. What about conjuration spellcraft you get? Stop, run away. Okay, we'll go up here.
Revelio.
Always look for books. Okay, we'll go in here and find out about butterflies.
Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from the...
I had the courage to go into the forest.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near... When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were told horrible stories about it, and it's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies...
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes.
Sure.
Very well.
Oh, how kind. You can usually find... Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the forbidden forest. Good luck.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on this confusing ass map. See, it won't go. Like, you can't zoom, like, that's as low as it goes. I guess this is the one that's, so you can't see which one's close. I guess it's that one. I don't know.
Revelio.
Run! Are you nauseous yet?
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Nearly Headless Nick asked me to get some rotten roast beef from the kitchens.
Rotten roast beef?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. But then we took the roast beef to Sir Podmore of the Headless Hunt, and...
You met the Headless Hunt? That must have been interesting, to say the...
Yes. And then I had to find Richard Jackdaw's head
He's
in the
definitely a bad
pumpkins
guy.
so that he'd tell me about how he died.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
Well, at least it didn't make me have to do all that running.
Revelio. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
Lumos.
Yeah, I definitely needed that.
Lovely to see you both.
To think it was beneath us all this time.
He's definitely bad.
This looks promising.
Yep, put the book there.
A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
I'm assuming he means his wife. Oh, there's the dude.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
No.
I do recall seeing the memory, but I don't remember all of the details.
My friend Charles and I spoke of the portkey and of trials we'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic. Charles is another of the keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It
I don't
looks
know.
familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
Yep,
I'll
see you
find you
there.
at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful. And do not tell anyone where you're going.
Yeah, he's a little too secretive to be, like, helpful.
Revelio.
I mean, I could just fast travel out of this, couldn't I?
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that...
Of course you do. I wanted that on the map. There's probably a way to do that quickly, but I don't know what it is. Wow, it's quite a ways up there. Oh, that's... I'll just go there. Okay, I'm in the forest. I didn't mean to be in the forest.
Nobody will miss one measly little student.
Revelio.
Yeah, there's a spider down there.
I'm surprised I haven't been given more territory. What's Rookwood waiting for? I'm a master at it.
I really don't want to be here. How do you... Oops, I do that every time. Just wasted them. So how do you call up your broom?
I'd say you're right. Dismal's more a word for it. You know what they say? Dark side to what? Last time I was in Lower Oxfield. Let yourself there.
I don't care about any of that stuff. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold down tab and then hit 3. That's what you do.
There they are. He wasn't making it up.
You don't want to try that.
Well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsy might get an answer about these butterflies.
Rookwood don't go down easy.
That was interesting.
Revelio.
I need bright.
What are you up to now?
Okay, I'm here.
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
Is that what he means? Disillusionment? Yeah.
Quickly now.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. I don't know that I have that. Do I have that spell? Hold on, buddy. I don't think I have that spell. Yeah, definitely don't have that spell. We'll just keep these.
Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
I don't know that spell, you idiot. How am I supposed to do that spell? I don't have that spell. I'm gonna look one more time real quick. Maybe when you get up close to him, it says how to do it. Yeah, I must have to get close to him and it just tells me to do it. It's like an automatic thing. Just double checking. These are the evil ones. Yeah. Okay.
Petrificus Totalis.
Well done.
Must be something here. Ramrock said so. There must be something here. Ramrock said so.
Bring
me a dozen humans to battle. I'll take run the other way when they see me. Humans do every time. There must be something here. Ranrock said so. Afraid to fight.
Revelio. Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
We don't know. We have to keep looking. Don't we?
I will draw blood.
Hey.
You explain the stench.
Leviosa!
You think this is funny?
Confringo!
How childish! I will make you. Confringo!
Confringo!
Losing your stride. I won't rest. Confringo. Dead. There you are. No! I will make you. How do you think? I won't rest.
Many goblins have always been antagonistic towards wizard kind, but this is different somehow.
Revelio.
I wish the pots on the ground would show up better. Oh, they're there. There's some. Well, not pots on the ground, but to surge. Like that old guy did anything.
It's more than mere coincidence that we encountered Ranrock's loyalists here. Revelio!
Okay, let's see if I got any good gear to put on. Looks like I got some new glasses. That are worse than what I have. Okay. That one I can't use because it's locked, but it's locked behind my level, but it's actually worse, so okay, I'll get rid of it. Ooh, quite a bit. But a bit higher. Actually didn't like those robes anyway, so I'm gonna go back to the school robes. I like those. Okay.
Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked.
Say more.
Revelio. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
I wonder who this is.
With robes like that, it could be anyone.
Oh, I can turn my wheel too. To change. Well, who would have known?
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
Revelio.
Welcome to Sambakar's Tower.
Can you unlock that door for me?
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sambakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Command it to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper.
That's the first
For the
frame
moment,
drop I've seen in cutscenes for a
you've
while.
more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will,
Because I don't think you helped with those goblins at all, buddy. I mean, at all.
Revelio. A reservoir of ancient magic. Downstairs, near the entry.
The door. Can I get some ancient clothing while I'm done here? Cool.
Revelio.
First trial. Okay.
I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section. Revelio. Revelio.
Heh. They went back together again. That one did. Almost like I have to break those in a certain order or something.
That must have done something. Best have a look around.
Yeah, you don't say. That big bridge appearing above me? Yep, I think that's what it did. Although I'm sure it's sometimes, I don't know, it's just gonna be money. I'm sure sometimes it's not as obvious. That time it was pretty obvious. That'll make you nauseous, won't it?
Revelio.
go ahead and destroy these now. The fact that I can't destroy it all. Okay, I did destroy it.
More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
Yeah, this big door open behind me. Wow, that's like, I'm not stupid.
Revelio.
Make sure there's nothing behind me. Yes, I see it over there on the side.
These are never a welcome sight.
Nope, there he goes.
At least I know what to expect this time.
I like this ability.
Confringo. Revelio.
I don't want to go there or this way.
These look familiar. What have the Keepers planned for me?
Let's see if they go away or if it stays. Okay, it stayed, so that's good. Yeah, slightly nauseating. Hold on. Yeah. You know what's sad? I really want that chest over there.
Was it Accio I used before?
Yes, you idiot. am I supposed to get there? Huh. I don't know how I'm
That
supposed to.
platform looks like it ought to get me where I need to go.
There's probably some other way to get there. I don't know. Oh, now I can get there. Kind of cool.
Confringo.
Oops, wrong
Revelio.
button.
What did that burst of magic do? Perhaps I should examine it from both sides of the archway. Accio. More statues.
Don't get in the corner.
Confringo. Accio. Levioso. I presume traces of ancient magic. But where? Accio. Not making this easy on me.
Okay.
I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where?
The bubbly part that's right in front of me.
Revelio. Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides. What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different.
Yep, I see it now. I see this part now. At least.
I need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway.
Shouldn't have to keep going up and down these stupid stairs. That would be nice.
So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge.
I did that. Now, if I get to the other side of the bridge. Oh, the stairs are here. I need to rethink some of these. Like this does not need to be there. And this stuff doesn't. Like Reparo can be down there. That's fine. Which one's the one that takes it and throws it back at him? Oh, that's the X. That's Z. Okay, so I could do Expelliarmus and then the Z one. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that.
I'll never get used to these floors.
Yeah, me either.
Revelio.
Nausea.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Ouch.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Protego! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Daggone.
Revelio!
Didn't think I was going to survive that one. But I was going to be dead.
Expelliarmus!
Oh, that was gone. That was bad. Oh, it was... yeah.
Accio!
That's why I didn't move. I had the wrong one. Okay, can't go there.
Accio!
Tell you what, next time I know to
Revelio!
start these trials when I have longer part of the episode to go, because I'm running a little late. I don't know. Aren't I right back at the beginning? Definitely not the beginning.
Revelio! Don't like the look of this. Protego! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
There's way too many of them.
Confringo! Levioso, Accio. Confringo.
I did it. I don't know about this big dude.
Confringo.
Okay.
Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso. Confringo. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Confringo. Levioso.
Okay, I need two. I guess I need a couple more yellow spells on me.
Confringo. Confringo. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Confringo.
Hey, I was trying to get that.
Confringo.
Hey. Hey there.
Levioso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio.
I think that is Gildan.
What a relief.
Yeah, what a relief. That's the only yellow spell I have, isn't it? Let me see. Wrong one. Yeah, that's the only yellow spell I have, so it would have been the only one I could have done anyway.
Revelio. Another pensive.
I don't see anything, any chests or anything around here. Oh, yeah, there's one. Okay.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take.
Yeah, she's gonna do something she should.
Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Okay.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here.
How about through this door that's
More
telling me to go
crystallized
to?
stone. That must be the way back to the map chamber.
Yeah, where that big yellow thing was. Well, I'm going to end this one, and I'll see you in the next one. This has gone long. We'll see what happens in the map chamber when we get back.